Most learner drivers focus only on what is directly in front of them, but safe drivers read the road far ahead. Hey there, it's Ed here and welcome to Ray Driving Theory channel. Welcome back to our driving lesson series. Today's lesson is all about planning and anticipation. In this video, I will show you how to read the road ahead, spot hazards early, and make calm decisions. This is one of the key skills examiners look for. And once you learn it, driving becomes smoother and far less stressful. The Ray Driving Theory app includes hazard perception test and full explanations. Link in the description. Planning and anticipation means thinking ahead, not just reacting. It's about asking yourself what might happen next. Examiners value this because it shows awareness, control, and good judgment, and you make them feel comfortable. When you plan early, your driving becomes smoother, safer, and more confident. So with planning ahead, what I'm doing now, I'm looking at the parked vehicles. Is anyone's gonna walk out in front of me? Is any of these vehicles gonna open the doors? I need to look for the signs. I can see there's a junction ahead. I have a priority. The road's narrowing, so from dual carriageway is gonna go into the single carriageway. I'm looking at the car ahead of me already in a good distance, and I'm gonna look, when is he gonna slow down? I can see further down the road there's traffic, so we will be slowing down, so there is no need for me to squeeze the gas, speed up and try to catch them. If I look at the lights are already red. What I can do, I can ease off my gas, I can see the brake lights ahead, touch the brake, give the information for the car behind me as well in as early as possible. So it's not only thinking ahead, it's thinking about the people behind us. So speed is going to be your enemy. The quicker we're going to go, the later we're going to react, the more likely chances we're going to make a mistake. And we need to consider the vehicles behind us. So why do I want to touch the brake early? Is so my brake lights comes on and the people behind me can plan as early as possible as well. Next little situation, the lights been green for a little bit. Will they change? I'm already thinking about it now. So if I'm thinking about they might change, I'm gonna be a little bit slower, so that's it. And I didn't speed up, the guy behind me didn't speed up, we all kept nice, reasonable speed to slow down smoothly. And at the same time, my passengers feel very safe and very comfortable. When you drive, don't just look at the car in front. As a rule, you should be looking around 12 to 15 seconds ahead. Watch for early signs like brake lights, movement on the pavement, or cars slowing down. You are watching for things that might change, not things that already have changed. This gives you the time to react smoothly instead of braking hard. Let's go for a drive and try to find some situations. Now, reading the road ahead of me, I don't just look at the car in front of me. I'm looking at the whole traffic, and as far as possible, I can see the bus driver is indicating he's going to move up. The car in front of me is turning left, so I will be turning left myself at this one. Will bus be an issue? No. Is there any people on the pavement as well? It's all nice and clear. So I'm looking further up. I'm looking further into the road. People walking on the side. Doesn't look like they're going to be an issue. Parked vehicles on the left, on the right. Is anyone going to walk out? So I'm trying to see the bigger picture. We don't just look in front of the bonnet where the car goes. We need to see the road as far as possible. So this road's quite clear. I seen the guy at the junction, but I was far away, so he wasn't even an issue. I would more likely try to pay a little bit more attention if I would be getting closer. And as well, we need to think about the body language of the other vehicles. They try to creep forwards, their brake lights comes on or the indicator comes on. So with the parked vehicles, I would be more likely looking, is anyone has the headlights on or the indicator on? They might move off, they haven't seen me. So we are trying to prevent any situations happening ahead of us. We don't need to be stressed out and think, oh my God, something's gonna happen now. We just need to be thinking a little bit further down the road. I'm looking ahead, I'm looking at the pedestrian lights, they're green, there's no people on the sides. So if there would be someone has pressed the button, means that the lights could potentially change. We want to think as further as possible. I can even see the next signs, the speed limit is going to change. I'm already aware about it now instead of the last minute. So that keeps nice little safe distance for the car behind me. I'm already slowing it down, keeping that to 20. Road markings, this is the last minute we would need to see them, but we want to be 2 or 3 steps ahead of ourselves. Road markings are there to help you plan, not surprise you. Good drivers read signs early and adjust speed and position in advance. That means no last minute lane changes and no sudden braking. Let's go for a drive now and have a look at them. So signs and road markings, that's very important. Now, for instance, at this junction, I look at the road markings, and I can see that we have left lane going left, middle lane going straight, and the right lane going right only. So signs, road markings, that's one of the things what we need to look for as far as possible. Now I'm going to keep my signal on. I can see my position for the junction, where I need to position myself. These road markings helps me a lot at this situation. And I'm going to try to look behind. The purple vehicle didn't position very well, so my view was a little bit restricted there. As we think about the signs, so we don't look at the signs at the very last minute. So you join the road and now try to scan as far as possible down the road and then bring your view back to both sides of the road. And which I can see now is there's a sign with a sharp end. I can see the center line is getting longer. That means the hazard is greater, and I will just slow it down, and the road marking saying slow. The road markings guides me around the bend. If I would be too quick, I may not be able to deal with this bend, so that's very important to see them as early as possible. So I'm kind of want to make my progress on the new road. I look again as far as possible, and the next thing I see is a mini roundabout sign and a giveaway. I'm already onto it. I'm already starting to look, will I have to give way? What is happening? I have plenty of time to deal with it. I see there's no vehicles on the right side and I can carry on. Remember, the Ray app offers a pass guarantee. Finish all practice tests, reach 80% of readiness, take the test, and if you fail, you get your money back. If you are learning to drive in the UK, hit that subscribe button. We've got new lessons and tips every week. You should always expect others make mistakes. Pedestrians may step out, cyclists may wobble, cars may pull out in front of you. Planning ahead means you leave space and slow down early. You create time for yourself and you are predicting what others will do next. This keeps you calm and keeps everyone safe. So lights being green, how quickly they're gonna change, I'm not sure. So again, I'm a little bit prepared, creating some space, looking further down the road, looking at these people on next to me. Is anyone's going to move into my lane because we have a little bend? They may not hold their road position correctly. I'm trying to keep a gap next to me, so I'm not next to anyone as well. I'm in no rush to get closer up and be next to the white van. I want to keep my safety bubble around me safe. The light's been green for a while. As I said it, checking my mirrors, making sure no one's close behind me. A nice smooth stop. Sometimes I actually say, imagine you have put a glass of water on your dashboard and you want to plan as far as possible down the road so that doesn't fall over. So smooth stops, further planning ahead, looking as far as possible and trying to stop the car nice and smooth. It's not only about the water, no. It's more about the comfort of your passengers. They feel that you're in control of the vehicle, you know what's happening on the road ahead of you. And the only way by doing it is if you're gonna look as far as possible. Most problems happen when drivers follow too closely or drive too fast. Good planning means creating space early. You ease off the gas instead of braking hard. This makes your driving smooth and controlled. Exactly what examiners want. Let us look at this in practice and let's try to find some scenarios. Let's go for the drive. Now this one is I think the most important, managing your space and speed. So if we can spot the hazards but we're not doing anything about it, we're gonna get ourselves in trouble. Like for instance now with the bus, he's gonna go in a gap and this allows me to speed up. It doesn't mean slowing down all the time. But the next vehicle coming towards me, is the road wide enough for me? Do I need to ease off the gas and slow it down a little bit? He pulled in, okay. And by the looks of it, he's gonna try to do a U-turn, which he's gonna do in front of me. Just gonna let go of the gas a bit more. Give them time to finish what they're doing. Touch my brakes, slow it down. Let that situation sort out. Instead of coming in with the full speed, full blast, oh my God, I need to stick to that 20 speed limit. No. Adapt your driving towards what's happening in front of you. Do we have space here? Brilliant. I'm not going too quick. Keeping myself nice, calm, consistent. When the road allows me, I will speed up. Get myself closer to 20. I can see a big speed bump, so I'm going to come off the gas, let the car slow down. Feels nice, smooth, and comfortable. The other vehicle coming towards me, where are we going to meet? I'm going to come off the gas more. Let him get through them parked vehicles, give him a little space, and then the road's clear for me. I can carry on. Signs, there's a roundabout ahead. So all these things, what we need to do. The speed is our biggest enemy. If we are not doing anything about what is happening in front of us, yeah, we've seen it, but we're not reacting. And that's gonna get us into trouble. And we're gonna make mistakes. And when we make mistakes, we feel more nervous. We feel, oh my God, it's all going wrong. Trust your decision, trust your gut. You see what's happening ahead of you. Start dealing with it early. Don't think that someone's rushing you. Nobody's rushing you. Keep nice and calm, like we just drove through this road with multiple little situations there. Taking the next road on the left. Now the next road is a type of road where anxiety kicks in because there's a lot of things going on. Now, first of all, I'm looking for pedestrians. No one's about to cross. There's a lot of parked vehicles. Will anyone walk in between them? Will anyone open the doors? People walking in the road. There's quite a lot of shops, so there's going to be quite a lot of people and parked vehicles. But there's someone with hazard lights parked where they shouldn't, which makes this situation more difficult. All I'm doing to keep myself calm is keeping my speed down. So remember, time, space, and speed. If we get them all sorted, you're going to feel nice and comfortable dealing with the situations. Well, that guy ahead of me going to go around. I'm going to create him some space. Why not? We can share the road. End of the road, I'm going to be turning left. This road more likely is going to be a madness as well. It's all quite busy. People, actually brilliant time before Christmas, day before Christmas. Everyone's doing the Christmas shopping and it's going to be very busy. We look, oh my God, people, so many. Signals, cars coming out from the side of the roads. I'm not rushing, I'm keeping myself reasonably slow to the conditions so I can react in case something happens. Taxi drivers parked up on the left. Will anyone walk out? Will anyone open the door or try to get in the vehicle? Is the last one signaling? He is. His wheels are turned. He didn't go. He's seen me. But because of my speed, even if he would have gone, I would have been able to deal with it. Do we have enough space here? A little bit off the gas early and we're dealing with the situation and we keep the flow moving. So there's no need to panic or stress out. Just stay calm. Look ahead, reduce your speed. And like I said multiple times, create yourself time to think. That gives you that feeling that you're fully in control of the vehicle and you're fully in control of the situation, what's in front of you. Here is a simple habit you can use every day. Scan ahead and speak it out loud. Commentary driving helps you focus and stay calm. Do not fixate on one thing. Keep your eyes moving. The more you practice this, the calmer your driving becomes. Let us finish with this. Once you start planning ahead instead of reacting at the last second, driving feels calmer, safer, and more controlled. You brake less sharply, you steer more smoothly, and you feel more confident in busy situations. This is not about driving faster, it's about thinking earlier. Keep practicing every day and use the Ray Driving Theory app to sharpen your anticipation skills. Thanks for watching the Ray Driving Theory channel. Keep looking ahead, stay calm, and I will see you on the next lesson.